Alejandro Garnacho has a huge career ahead of him as he is considered one of the best youngsters in football, and as Ronaldo is getting older, we need a player to fill his spot. So we are going to give Garnacho the career of Ronaldo to see if he can replicate the success, winning 5 UCLs and 5 Ballon d'Ors. But we start off at Sporting Lisbon, where Garnacho signs his first pro contract. Sporting get off to a good start in the pre-season, but as a young kid signing his first pro contract, Garnacho was sitting on the bench. Second pre-season game and no luck for Garnacho as he sits on the bench in a 2-0 win to Leeds. After a few days, Garnacho and his agent went to talk to the manager and a start was agreed in the next game against Atletico Madrid, and he was ready for this. First strike for Sporting Lisbon and the keeper saves it. A good build-up play, but it wasn't enough to get his first assist. Atletico get a corner and it is whipped in by Griezmann, a mistake from Garnacho, and Madrid nearly go 1-0 up. Garnacho apologized to his teammates. He was having an okay game, going past his man, but Garnacho wins the ball back and goes on a great solo run, beats all his men and takes a shot and scores his first goal for the club. But his time on the pitch was over as he played 77 minutes in his first game. But Garnacho will see himself not starting games as he needed more experience. Sporting Lisbon win the league and Garnacho has a league title to his name, but it wasn't enough as he wanted more game time. He ended the season with 5 appearances, scoring 1 goal and 2 assists. But there was huge news for Garnacho as Trincao departs on loan to Inter Milan. And in a press conference, the manager told the media that Garnacho will be the one replacing Trincao. But the second season got off to a great start and Garnacho was destroying the league. But in the end, they didn't manage to keep up the momentum and they did drop points, dropping 4th in the league with Porto winning it. Europa League and Arsenal do knock out Sporting in the quarters and Garnacho couldn't help his team to a major trophy. But a final against Benfica would be an okay season, but 2 goals from Garnacho and Sporting win the Taka trophy, and that performance had Manchester United knocking.
Breaking news, Manchester United has completed the signing of Alejandro Garnacho for £12 million from Sporting Lisbon. The youngster said he's ready for the big stage.
Manchester United also signed his good friend from Sporting, Victor Gyökeres, for £80 million. That season had Mbappe winning the Ballon d'Or. But season 3, Garnacho only managed to get 3 goals in Manchester United's title season. But this was the only success as they lost in the 5th round of the FA Cup, went on to losing 3-1 in the Carabao Cup and not making it out of the group stages of the UCL. 3 goals wasn't good enough to be starting for Manchester United. Garnacho got into some serious training and he was ready for the Community Shield against Newcastle. And 2 goals from Garnacho win Manchester United the Community Shield. Season 4 and Manchester United win a Community Shield to start the season. Let's go! But the hype was real for this youngster as he started to become a worldwide name. The season wasn't going to plan. March they were sitting in 6th place and Garnacho was getting upset with the performances. Their rival City knocked them out of the FA Cup, but the UCL was still possible. First game of the quarters and it ends 3-1 to United. This second leg could be the game that brings Garnacho to the semi-finals of the Champions League. And goals from Højlund brings Manchester United to the semi-finals. Bayern Leverkusen and Manchester United are 2-1 up against Alonso's team. Now it is the second leg at Old Trafford. A goal from Garnacho and Manchester United make the final. UCL final, and if Manchester United win, Garnacho could win his first Ballon d'Or for a great individual season. United get off to a good start, but Koble makes a great save. Rashford gets the first goal, but it was ruled out as offside. And United went on to scoring 4 goals, winning the UCL. Not a great season in the league, but a Community Shield and a Champions League this season. And it is going to be Bruno Fernandes that lifts the title. United are Champions League winners. Who would have thought? And just like that, a successful season winning the Champions League, and United went to spending on some new players. Araujo, Cole Palmer, Rafael Leao, Tomori and De Jong were the new signings coming to Old Trafford. And Man United went on to win the Premier League once again, but did lose in a final to Barcelona. Garnacho ended with 32 goals. Breaking news, and Real Madrid has signed football superstar Garnacho for 200 million, making him the world's expensive player. Real Madrid also bought the biggest English talent in Cole Palmer. Garnacho and Palmer was a part of Manchester United Premier League title season, but he got told that he will be playing striker for Real Madrid. He gets the season going as he scores his first ever Real Madrid goal. In the Real Madrid kit, he started to feel like his idol Ronaldo. First game and first hat-trick for Garnacho. Garnacho went on to winning his first Ballon d'Or. Real Madrid went on to beat Atletico Madrid to win the Supercopa, and another final against against Atletico for the Copa de España. Oh my days. Courtois. We're 1-0 down. We are 1-0 down in the final. Garnacho whips in a corner. Yes! Good assist by Garnacho, and Rodri gets the goal. He's a big game player. Rodri, you can count on him. Vinicius Jr. with his blistering pace on the wing squares it to Garnacho. Yes! Ballon d'Or winner. And it looks like Garnacho has another title to his name. Copa de España is won by Madrid. He is looking like the best player in history right now. 1 goal from Rodri and 1 goal from Alejandro Garnacho. And Madrid went on to win another trophy. What a season they are having. This is looking like another Ballon d'Or season for Garnacho. Later on in the season, Real Madrid went on to make it the UCL final, and they are so close to winning the league. They are battling with Atletico Madrid. Come on, we must win this game. Atletico is literally 1 point behind us. If we lose and they win the title. And Cole Palmer gets the first goal of the game. Let's go, Cole Palmer. Atletico got a goal. The table is a 1 point difference. A goal from Rayo. Atletico is on top. The table is so close right now. Madrid is taking the lead. Their first place. Rashford takes his chances. Come on, Rashford. Come on. Yes. And Garnacho with the chip makes it 3-1. Alejandro, and the winners are Real Madrid. And just like that, Madrid are La Liga winners. Madrid are league champions. Garnacho has won the La Liga with Real Madrid in his first season. And now it's time to go to the UEFA Champions League to see if he can win his second. UCL final underway. Garnacho scored the first goal. City get close, but great save from Courtois. A mistake from Man City and Garnacho gets his second goal. He is the best in the world. Bellingham strikes in the last minute and the ref blows the whistle. Real Madrid won the UCL. That is another on Garnacho's list. And Real Madrid won the quadruple. He ended with 57 games, scoring 45 goals. But Garnacho wins his second Ballon d'Or. Madrid came second in the league, but they did win the Supercopa and Copa de España, while losing to Inter in the round 16 of the UCL. But 33 goals for Garnacho this season. Madrid wanted a rebrand and were getting rid of players, and Garnacho was on the list as Madrid was going into a new direction. So this is where Juventus swooped in for Alejandro Garnacho. Season 8, and there was a new Ballon d'Or winner. It was Haaland, winning the first Ballon d'Or of his career. Garnacho was in the rankings, but Haaland had a better season. Getting knocked out of the UCL by Saka ended Juventus' hope, and they were also struggling in the league. But Juventus did win in the EA Sports Super Cup, winning 3-0 against Napoli. Garnacho only managed to score 19 goals in the Serie A. This just wasn't the league for Garnacho. He's off form and he's not really scoring goals. So season 9, and Juventus brought in new signings, Valverde being the biggest signing for 120 million. Fernandes, Hernandez and Saliba were also on the list, and the season got underway. Erling Haaland winning his second Ballon d'Or. But Garnacho's coming back to his best, getting goals and assists. But later, Juventus had financial issues and couldn't manage to pay Garnacho's wages. So that was Garnacho's time at Juventus over. No major trophy, scoring 22 goals for the season. But because of our high wages, the only team that was available was Manchester United and Manchester City, but he chose United. United had no standout players in their team. They were still rebuilding, and with Garnacho not pressing, the manager didn't want to play him as much, and this caused a huge split in the dressing room, which ultimately forced Garnacho out. He ended that season with 23 goals in all competition. The dream comeback to United was over, and Al Nassr came in for Garnacho and an offer was accepted. Garnacho was on a plane to Saudi Arabia. Wasn't a lot of eyes on the Saudi league, so he went unnoticed. But he did win the league and scoring 26 goals in his first season. Garnacho had a good career, didn't live up to the hype of Ronaldo as he only won 2 Ballon d'Ors and 3 UCLs. This proves Ronaldo was unstoppable everywhere he went, and it's hard to replicate his success. And if you want to see more videos from me, then click here. You would love this one.